I went 1 whole year without drinking alcohol, 14 months to be exact. And if this is something that you've been wanting to do, then we're gonna talk about why I stopped drinking, the challenges that I faced while I was drinking, and what I'm doing now. And there were some challenges that I faced during my time off. It's not like I wanted to get rid of alcohol forever. Just to preface this, I periodically take breaks from drinking alcohol. I don't think I'm a raging alcoholic by any means. I'm able to stop as I please. I've gone weeks, even months without drinking. I think the longest break that I'd gone without drinking alcohol was maybe 3 months. Why I stopped drinking alcohol for 1 whole year. Instance that got me to that point was that I just got completely hammered on a night out with my friends. I blacked out and I don't remember how I got home. The club that I was at, I could walk. It's technically walking distance, so I don't know if I walked home. I didn't have any like Uber charges. The friends that I was with, they didn't know that I left. Like I woke up in my bed the next morning wondering how I got home. I still had my makeup on the night before, and when I opened up my phone and I saw all these messages from my poor friends, 2, 3 in the morning saying like, hey, we're about to leave the club. Like, where are you? Okay, we're leaving. We can't find you. Like, can you please respond back? Please just let us know when you get home. That I didn't respond to any of those messages. I can't imagine being on the other side of that. I can't imagine being the friend like looking for my drunk ass friend. So that essentially was my last night of drinking that I knew that I needed to stop. I've said before, like I've gone through periods of time where I don't drink. There are times that I also just drink off the rails and I black out, and it was just happening way too often. I would go from 0 to 100, and I'm here to admit that. I don't think I was like an alcoholic, but I had some problematic times. Let's just be honest. It's embarrassing, mortifying, just not knowing what you did the night before, just not having any control of what you could have done or could have said. The anxiety that comes with it is not fun. As many times as I've had anxiety wondering this or that, like none of my friends ever said, girl, if you do this again, we're never going to be friends with you. I never got any bad feedback from my friends, right? So either they were lying to me or like I really just wasn't that bad. In my mind, I could have been a hell of a lot worse. Nobody ever said, you have a problem, girl, and I don't want to go out with you anymore if you're doing that. And even when I would ask, they're like, I didn't even know you were that drunk. So, I mean, thank God. And something else is like, I got brutal hangovers, the splitting headache, and once I'm up, I can't get up and go about my day, but I also can't go back to sleep, so I'm just laying in bed miserable. I will vomit for hours and hours at a time, and you would think like that would stop me from drinking. No, it never did. And that also impacted my choices. Good about, cooking and eating well and things like that, but like when I'm hungover, I don't have the ability to do anything. Like I'm walking distance to McDonald's, I would Uber Eats McDonald's. That's not good. So overall, just so many bad things that just came with alcohol that I was like, we need to take an extended break. When I stopped drinking, I was like, I just want to go as long as I can without drinking. And what do I want to achieve in this time? As the weeks and the months went by, I just kept kind of extending the goal. Like, okay, I made it 6 months. That's great. I've never gone 6 months without drinking. Let's get to 7 months. And then at that point, I was like, 1 year. Let's get to the goal of 1 year without drinking. And when I get there, if I decide to never drink again, or if I want to drink, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But throughout the entire time of not drinking, I never came to the conclusion that I never wanted to drink again. So what did I want to accomplish during my time of not drinking? I just wanted to be in control of the alcohol and know my limits, know when to stop, know what I can or can't drink, the challenges that I faced while I wasn't drinking and how I overcame them. I'm a huge raver, and you would think like that was your biggest challenge, going to these festivals and not drinking. Actually, no, that was the easiest part because I'm predominantly sober when I go to festivals or events for a lot of reasons. Like drinks at these events are just so expensive, and I don't like having to like get out of the crowd to go to the bathroom. Once you break the seal, like it's over. Like just constantly running to the bathroom. Not drinking in those situations was fairly easy for me. The only festival that I did have a challenge with was Groove Cruise, I'd say, because the first Groove Cruise I was hammered 3 out of the 4 days I was on that ship. So going to Groove Cruise a second time completely sober, it was only a challenge the first day just because you're on the ship and you just see everybody drinking and everybody's offering you drinks. Like it's so easy to get drinks. After getting through the first day, like I was fine and I got through it. I missed drinking at sporting events, going to my first like football tailgate. I want to have a beer here. You see people pouring up shots. Like I wanted to drink in those instances, but I didn't. I went to the South Beach Food and Wine Festival, and every ticket that you buy, alcohol is included. I struggled, and I'm gonna insert a clip from there. Like,
guys, I thought Groove Cruise was my biggest challenge to get through when it came to drinking. No, this place is like, I just walked past a soju stand and I'm like, and there's champagne and rosé and alcohol, like just so many things. Like, send me words of encouragement, letting me know that I can do this, I can get through this without drinking, that you're proud of me for being sober, and to not break my streak. Y'all are gonna be disappointed in me. I'm gonna be disappointed in me if I don't make it to my 6-month goal of not drinking. So help me.
I posted that story on my Instagram saying like, I need help. Once the messages and DMs started coming through saying like, you got this, don't drink, just you be so proud of yourself, you've made it 3 months without drinking, like just keep going, imagine the hangover. That's what helped me get through it. Ask for help. If you don't know who to message, comment on this video and say, Ollie, I need help. I'm having a moment of weakness, I feel like drinking, or just whatever. Message me, right? To help me get through these challenges. Yes, leaning on people of support and also explaining to my friends. Like, I had a very good support system. I didn't have anybody peer pressuring me to drink with them in these moments. Like, if they're your friends, they're gonna listen to you and support you in your decision. People always offer because they're like, I just want to make sure, like, I just want to be polite. Like, if you don't want to drink, I'm not going to force it, but I am going to offer. So people would offer, but I'm just like, no, I'm still not drinking. Just have a really good support system. Also, something that can help you get through the challenges. Like, just kind of think about the bad times. Hey girl, like, you know, your anxiety and the hangovers are awful, or you black out easily. Just remind yourself, like, you don't want to go down those paths again. Something else that also helped me get through the challenges were drinking mocktails. Because let's be for real, if you are at a place where everybody else is drinking, sometimes like water just isn't gonna hit, or just having that like satisfaction of having something in your hand. Like, I remember being at a 4th of July pool party and everybody was drinking. Well, I picked up a little can of mocktail, so it feels like you're drinking like a Truly's or a White Claw, but it's a non-alcoholic drink. Just a little bit more satisfaction than just drinking water or a soda, for example. And I also took to drinking mocktails inside restaurants. And so the thing that I do when I want a mocktail in a restaurant is I always ask, like, does it come in a pretty glass, right? Because that sometimes goes with the vibe of having like a nice dinner. Like, if you're normally used to having a wine glass in your hand or a champagne flute or whatever, like, getting a mocktail in a pretty glass still gives me that like little vibe of drinking. But also too, if you don't want to do the mocktails but you still like want the vibe of like a drink like I did, ask them to put your Coke Zero in a wine glass or one of those little glasses you would get a vodka soda in if you don't want it in a regular, you know, soda glass. Put it in a pretty glass if you want the vibes. There are a lot of benefits of not drinking. The hangovers were gone, no anxiety. If I went out, I would wake up the next day fine. I could carry on my day. I didn't have to Uber Eats McDonald's. I could still stay on my grind. I remembered everything that I did. I didn't spend all that money on alcohol. As you can see, there are just a lot of benefits to not drinking. However, during my 14 months of not drinking, I never came to the conclusion that I never wanted to drink again, and that's okay. So if you are thinking of taking a break or in the middle of a break, you don't need to decide whether you want to stop drinking forever or not. For me, never came to the conclusion that I wanted to stop drinking. What I learned is that I want to be more intentional with my drinking, right? If I'm not going to give it up forever, what am I going to drink? What am I not going to drink? How am I going to drink? When am I going to drink? I really missed champagne. Like, champagne's one of my favorite things to drink. Like, I missed champagne. I didn't drink champagne at my best friend's wedding. So what I did was, like, I took my little sparkling cider, and I was the maid of honor. So I gave my toast with sparkling cider in my champagne glass. I went to Italy. I didn't drink any wine in Italy. It's in those instances where I missed drinking. But what I did not miss, pounding shots, staying up all night, losing control. What I came to realize is, like, I don't think I want to drink liquor anymore. And I haven't. No more like vodka sodas, no more shots. I do like a margarita, so margaritas have tequila in it. So I haven't had one yet. Just, if I'm gonna drink liquor, be very intentional with it. Once I figured out that I wanted to go a year without drinking, I did that. But once the year came out, I didn't have that itch, that need, right? Like, I wasn't dying for liquor. But when am I gonna have a drink again? My 1 year was mid-November, and I knew that I was gonna be in Vegas for New Year's with one of my best friends. And so I was like, I wanna have my first drink back in Vegas. I envisioned having a glass of champagne in the chandelier bar of the Cosmopolitan, and that's exactly what I did.
Night one in Vegas, and we are in the Chandelier Bar, which is in the Cosmopolitan. This is my favorite bar in all of Vegas. Look at her in all her glory. This is my first drink in 14 months. I love champagne. This is what I miss the most.
Now, leading up to it, the a few hours before, my friend asked me like, well, how do you feel? You're gonna drink tonight. And I had a little bit of hesitation. I didn't think I was gonna drink and like lose control and get completely blacked out and drunk again, because that's what I'm so afraid of happening. I knew that wasn't gonna happen, but what I didn't want to happen was like, I didn't want to go into it, have my drink, and then feel guilty about it. I just went 14 months without drinking. I broke the streak, and now it went all down the drain for nothing. That didn't happen, okay? I felt really good about it. We split a bottle of champagne, and I was drinking water like crazy. This is what you need to do. If you easily black out or get drunk, go from 0 to 100, all you need to do is drink water. I know that's the simplest thing. I've known this myself for years. All you need to do is drink water. Drink water after every 2 drinks, every 3 drinks of alcohol. Just drink your goddamn water and you won't get too drunk. You won't black out. Literally, that's all it takes. That's all it takes. And again, I've always known this. I just don't practice it. And that was one of my goals, how I want to drink, right? I want to be more intentional with my drinking. If I am going to drink, it has to be certain things. And I need to make sure that I'm pacing myself, that I'm drinking my water, that if I'm drinking and I don't feel that buzz, it's coming, girl. Just wait, that I don't need to chug or take a shot of something to like speed it up, because that's what I realized was my problem before. Take it slow. And I've had 3 girls that went a year without drinking that kind of inspired me to do this. One of the things that stuck out to me was something that Cammie said. She had a beer after she made her 1-year mark, and she said, I don't want to drink every day though. I'm going to treat drinking like birthday cake. Having a drink like you would as often as you have birthday cake. I don't know about you, but I'm not eating birthday cake every week. Sometimes I don't even eat birthday cake every month because there's not somebody's birthday happening. I'm like, that is a brilliant comparison. This comes to the when I want to drink. I want to treat having a drink like I would having a slice of birthday cake. Special occasions. That doesn't necessarily mean waiting for somebody's birthday to drink. Make it more special, more intentional. Out to dinner and I feel like having a glass of wine because I'm catching up with a girlfriend, then I'll do that. Now I'm not going to have a glass of wine with every single dinner I have. If I want to have a margarita, if I'm eating tacos, like I want to do that. Or the sake with sushi. Whatever the case may be, just make it more intentional. Just drink my water, slow down, remind myself of the person I used to be when I would get out of control drinking, and like I don't want to be there anymore. Like I'm gonna be like a classy lady while I have a drink. And that was my year without drinking. If you want to take a break, it's absolutely doable. Talk to your friends and family to support you. Talk to me to support you. And initially don't set some huge goal up front. If you think that you can go a month without drinking easily, cool. Set it then to 3 months. But if you've never taken a break from drinking and you know that you can control it, like just take it 1 week, 1 month, a few months at a time, and then decide from there. Just however long feels good to you. Don't be worried about just unraveling after you've gotten through that break, because you've taken the time to detox all of that out of your body. You know who you are now. You're clean. You can control it. You've developed healthy habits, and you know what you do or don't want to drink, how often you want to drink. And if that's the route that you want to go to come back into drinking, is that there are definitely responsible ways to go about it. And after taking a break, that you don't necessarily have to fall down the rabbit hole of being drunk and hammered every time again. If you come to the conclusion after your break that you never want to drink again, then that is amazing. You're gonna live a lifetime of benefits without drinking. If you do decide to drink again, doesn't mean that you're a failure, right? Like I don't feel like I'm a failure. I don't feel like I'm a loser. I feel good that I've learned how to drink responsibly. I'm grateful that I have developed healthy and responsible ways to drink for the rest of my life now. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if this is something that you're looking into doing or wanting to do, then you should absolutely do it. And if you have any other questions that maybe I didn't touch or answer, then drop them down in the comments. And I wish you luck on your sober journey, break from alcohol, whatever it is. See you guys in the next video.